The Turkey Trial. This is the 6th, I believe, Holiday Hijinks slash 18 card escape room game that we are covering from Grand Gamers Guild. There was one in there that was Endangered Rescue. That wasn't a holiday one, but still the same basic principle. I'll include a link to those down below and right up above right there. So how do I think this Thanksgiving themed one went? Well, stick around after break and I'll tell you. So, the Turkey Trial. If you're not sure how these holiday hijinks ones go, you're going to open up the little tuck box thing, and it's going to have a QR code. You're going to scan the QR code. It's going to take you to a website. You're going to choose which one you're doing, in this instance, the Turkey Trial. And then it's going to walk you through everything and basically tell you a certain card to take. You're going to start with that card. You press start, and then you need to read the card and figure out the puzzle that you need to be doing to give the game an answer. There'll be a little answer thing. There's also going to be a tab for information you may not know off the top of your head, and you might need to solve the puzzle. It is not necessarily going to be in there, but it is stuff kind of like Braille, number substitution, different types of cryptic codes such as that. Then, once you have solved everything, yay, it'll tell you at the end, congratulations, you've won. Here's your score, here's your time, here's how many hints you did, etc. So I am not going to get into any spoilers throughout the whole review. There will be a point where I'll start giving some mild spoilers that might vary you into a certain way based on certain cards, but I will let you know ahead of time on that, and I'll also include time stamps down below to when that would start if you just want kind of mild spoilers. So let's go ahead and start off with, I will say that this was probably one of my more favorite of them. It is definitely in probably the top 2 to 3 of the 6 that we have done so far. What I really liked about this one was the wording. I really liked the types of puzzles they used. I really liked the way everything interacted and the way the story itself developed, because that is the thing, is that these aren't just basic escape rooms of just solve these riddles, solve these puzzles. There is a story element that does connect everything as you're moving along. And it is really fun for us, as we have been doing all these different ones, to kind of see how certain puzzles might have evolved, or how, they might have done this one differently in this other puzzle game, or one of the other holiday hijinks, but maybe they twisted it for this, or maybe they put a new spin on it, or maybe graduated the difficulty level of it based on what this theme is, and then changing it for this theme. So if you're just kind of wondering what my basic thoughts are and how I would rank it, now would be the end for you. I would rank it, like I said, in my top 3 of the 6 we have played so far. Might go as high as the number 2. I don't think it's number 1 yet. I still think the Endangered Rescue one is probably my favorite of all of them that I've played. Although I will have to kind of go back maybe and rank them once we do the last few that we have that'll be coming out later this year and then into next year. But I'm getting away from the point. So that is what I think of the Turkey Trial. Now I'm going to go a little bit more in depth about kind of what I liked about the puzzle. So there will be mild spoilers going forward. So if you do not want them, then I will be starting them in 3, 2, 1. All right, so for the mild spoilers that I have is one of the things I liked when I said I liked about these puzzles is that if you pay attention to the wording on the way that they describe stuff is going to give you clues into what you need to do in the puzzle. Like, certain words are only used because they are going to be giving you clues. And I didn't notice that as much in the other ones, so if they did do that in the other ones, maybe it's a bit more subtle. Maybe I just wasn't as observant that game. I'm not sure. But this one I definitely did notice a higher focus on that element. In addition to that, this one seemed like the puzzles were easier to get to the solution once you knew what you needed to do to get to the solution. We have played some where it was, all right, well, we know that we need to use number substitution. All right, but how do we do the number substitution in regards to this? Or having to do it and going through all the steps is what took the time. This one was like looking, going, all right, we know we need to use this specific tab of this type of cryptic code thing. All right, well then once we do that, bam, 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 we knew exactly where we needed to implement it and took care of it. We did have to get like 2 or 3 hints, but of those hints, we were on the right track, just didn't know exactly what tools we needed to use, or didn't know how to take the knowledge that we had and use it to get the answer. So we were never really stuck on a puzzle. It was more so just needing that little nudge to know what we were doing with what we had. Like we knew, like, all right, we need to use this certain thing from the one card to this certain thing of another card, but how do we use that card to the other card, because what we thought what we needed to do wasn't working. It'll make more sense when you play this one. So to wrap it up, like I said, this is definitely on the top of my list of them so far. And what I really like is it's one that's like a little lesser known and lesser celebrated holiday. It's just stuck between Halloween and Christmas, and people really know it more so as for Black Friday and the shopping the day after. So really to have one of these other holidays get some love is really cool to see in a game as well. So if you are looking for this, there will be a link down below to go and purchase it on the Grand Gamers Guild website. They also did just wrap up a Kickstarter, or it's currently going, for 3 more and a little slipcase cover thing. So if you want to head over to Kickstarter, check out to see if that's still going, if you can late pledge it, or you can get it if you're watching this in the far future. It is something to take a look at, and I'll include a link to that down below as well. Alrighty, when you're down there checking that link out, if you could please go ahead and like, subscribe, and ring the bell to this channel. Maybe share this so you can maybe get your family interested in something to do after Thanksgiving dinner. And then maybe comment down below and let me know what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish. So, until next time, goodbye!